See if the Mets can come back now against the Baltimore bullpen. Brian Baker is on to pitch against the top of the batting order. Brandon Nimmo had an RBI double in the 6th that gave the Mets a very brief 2-1 lead. Now they're down 6-2. And Nimmo fouls back Baker's first fastball, 0-1.
Boy, Brandon is just taking really good cuts.
The Orioles got Brian Baker on waivers from Toronto 4 years ago, and he is having his best season so far with the Orioles. He's taken over as the setup man from Yennier Cano. Slider catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2.
Generous. But I must say, this is the best I've ever seen Brandon up at the plate. And he is just really swinging it well.
Baker's rushing it up there, 96-98. Lindor and Soto to follow. Mets have already rallied once in this game. Nimmo gets one off the fists, a foul ball. Brandon Young, the Baltimore starter, went 5 1/3, allowed 2 runs, 5 hits. Gregory Soto worked 2/3 of an inning, and then Sir Anthony Dominguez struck out a pair in the 7th in a hitless inning. Now Baker in the 8th, and Nimmo fouls away the fastball to stay in the at-bat. Two to Brandon. He lifts one foul. The Orioles colors are orange and black. With Brian Baker's glove, well, it's blue. Doesn't quite match the color scheme.
And that colors combination came from the St. Louis Browns, right, Gary?
Line the other way, base hit for Nimmo. Another terrific at bat for Brandon, his 2nd hit of the day.
And when I say Brandon has never looked better, I'm not saying this that he's just red hot. He's come into his own, and he's using the field. Look at that 2-strike hitting the ball where it's pitched. He's not pulling and trying to hit home runs. He's really using gap to gap, and it's just really nice to see him what he's turned into.
And both hits today have been to the opposite field. And now Lindor takes a changeup that just missed, ball 1. Francisco's 0 for 3, a pop up with ground out and a fly out. Soto on deck. He's looking to change this game in a hurry. And Lindor socks one to deep center field. Back goes Mullins. He takes a look, and it's out of here. Francisco Lindor cuts the lead in half with a 2-run homer. Number 18 for Lindor. And the Mets pull within 2 runs. It's now 6-4. Dead central, 425 feet away.
Fastball right down the pipe and down right into Francisco's wheelhouse, right there. A little on the outer half. You hit it here, it's going to go. And the Mets always have to, when they turn that top of the order, you almost feel like they've got to make hay when that top of the order comes up.
2nd home run of the night for the Mets. Mauricio homered earlier. Now Soto bats. Baker's still looking for his first out. And he goosed that changeup and missed low, ball 1. Baker, that's the 7th home run he's allowed in 38 innings this year. This guy who throws a lot of strikes. But now he's behind on Soto, 2-0. If Soto can get on, that would get Alonso to the plate as the tying run. Two 0 to 1, and he swings at a high breaking ball and misses.
Boy, that was he wasn't expecting that. A high change or splitter. Not a good pitch. The off speed fooled him. He was looking to go downtown.
Soto's hit 2 rockets tonight. Base hit and a line out to right. And Soto loops that one into right center for a base hit, and the Mets will get the tying run to bat in the 8th. So 3 straight hits against Baker to start this 8th inning. That wasn't a scorcher for Soto, but he dumps it into right center for his 2nd hit of the night.
Try to go inside on Juan. He's so quick.
Andrew Kittredge is up in the bullpen for Baltimore. Pitching coach Drew French at the mound to talk with Baker, who's given up 3 straight hits to start this 8th inning. And now Alonso will be coming to the plate as the tying run. For that 2-run homer by Lindor, his last 10 home runs have all been with the bases empty. But the 2-run shot by Lindor gets the Mets within 2, and now the Mets have their shot in the 8th inning. He has struck out, grounded into a double play, and been intentionally walked. The double play was the 14th of the year for Alonso, which ties him with Soto for the most in the National League. It's the last result the Mets want here. Diego Garcia, Reed Garrett up in the Mets bullpen. Alonso hits one on the ground behind the bag, foul. With Lindor's 2-run homer, he now has 51 RBIs, which gives the Mets 4 players with 50 or more runs batted in. The only other teams that have 4 players with 50 or more RBIs are the Cubs and the Dodgers. Alonso leads the way with 73. And he hits one in the air to deep right center. Back goes Mullins to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! Pete Alonso ties the game with a 2-run homer. Lindor and Alonso 2-run shots in the 8th, and the Mets get even at 6-6. Number 247 for Alonso, 5 away from Strawberry, and he gets the Mets even in the 8th.
This ballpark right here is like a candy store for Pete. Any directions he hits it, it's going to go.
The Mets inundating Brian Baker, 4 straight hits, including bombs from Lindor and Alonso, and they wipe away a 4-1 deficit with nobody out in the inning. Tony Mansolino will go back to his bullpen and bring in Kittredge. Mets have tied it in the 8th. We'll